Hi, my name is Michelle Ferguson and I'm the crochet pattern designer of Two Brothers Blankets. Today I'm going to teach you how to do the alternating back loop only, front loop only double crochet stitch. This is the stitch combo I use for my Edgewater patterns. I have several Edgewater patterns, including this one right here, which is the Edgewater tank top. As you can see, it's a very textured stitch, nice simple texture, but it really provides a lot of coverage, making it great for garments. For this tutorial, I'm going to use comfy worsted weight yarn from We Crochet. This is a 75% Pima cotton, 25% acrylic yarn, and I have an H 5mm crochet hook. I'm using a Furl streamlined wood hook. I'll link both the yarn and the hook and the pattern in the description. Let's go ahead and get started. All right, to start this stitch combo, you're going to want to chain a multiple of 2 plus 2 for your starting chain. So I'm going to do 22 chains. 1, 2. All right, I've completed 22 chains. Now for row 1, I'm going to flip my chain over and work in these back bumps of my stitches, and I'm going to double crochet in the 3rd chain from my hook. So I got this chain hooked to my hook, attached to my hook, and then I have this 2nd chain right here. This is the 2nd chain from my hook, and then we have the next one, which would be the 3rd chain from my hook. So I'm working into that back bump. I'm going to do 1 double crochet in that chain and in each chain around and across, and when I get to the end, I should have 20 double crochet. So I'm going to do that now. All right, I've worked my first row of double crochet stitches. I have 20 double crochet stitches, and now we're ready to do round 2, which is our repeat round and where we begin alternating our back loop only and front loop only. So I'm going to do a long chain to start. I'm just going to pull up a loop about the length of a double crochet and chain 1. That's what we call a long chain. And then I'm going to start my first stitch in the back loop only. So you see there's 2 loops here on the top of your stitch. I'm going to work into the back loop. So the back loop is the loop furthest from you when you're working your stitches. So I'm going to do 1 double crochet in the back loop only of the first stitch. And then for the next one, I'm going to work in the front loop only. So that is the one closest to you when you're working. So I'm going to do 1 double crochet in the front loop only. And then I'm going to alternate that. I'm going to do 1 double crochet in the back loop only, and then 1 double crochet in the front loop only. And I'm going to repeat that sequence all the way across to the very last stitch. And I'm going to do that now, and then when I get to the last stitch, I'm going to show you what I do. All right, I've completed row 2, and I'm on my last stitch. As you can see, I've alternated back loop only and front loop only all the way across, and I'm on a back loop only stitch right here. For my next one, instead of working in just the front loop only, like I would typically do, and then I have this big gap here, I'm instead going to work in both loops of my last stitch of each row to give it a nice clean finish to the row without any big gaps or anything like that. So that is the end of row 2. Now for the rest of our rows, we are just going to repeat row 2 for however long the pattern or however long we desire to do so. So I am going to do a long chain, chain 1, and turn my work. I'm going to always start in the back loop only with that first stitch. So I'm going to double crochet in the back loop only, and then double crochet in the front loop only of the next. And then back loop only, double crochet in the next, front loop only, double crochet in the next. And I'm going to repeat that all the way across. All right, I've completed another row. I did back loop only, front loop only, alternating, and both loops for my last stitch. So I'm going to do another row, and now I'm going to show you how I do decreases with this stitch combo. So I'm going to do a long chain and turn, and I'm going to start out as I would, doing 1 double crochet in the back loop only, 1 double crochet in the front loop only. Let's do a few of those. Back loop and front loop. All right, so say we need to do a double crochet 2 together or a decrease. I am going to do it in the back loop only and front loop only, just like I'm doing now. So I'm going to insert my hook into the back loop only of this stitch. I'm going to yarn over and pull up a loop. I've got 3 loops on my hook. I'm going to yarn over, pull through 2. Now I have 2 loops on my hook, and I'm ready to decrease and work into the next stitch. So I'm going to yarn over, insert my hook into the front loop only of that stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop. I've got 4 loops on my hook. I'm going to yarn over and pull through 2. Now I have 3 loops on my hook, and I'm going to yarn over and pull through all 3. So I did a decrease just like I typically would for a double crochet, except I did the first one in the back loop only and the second one in the front loop only. So it kind of just continues along with that texture. And so now this one is back loop only, this next stitch. So I'm going to continue to work in the back loop only and then the front loop only. And so if you're doing decreases, if you're doing, like, say you're doing a double crochet 3 together, you're going to be off a little bit on what you would typically do. So you just need to look at your previous row and do it from that point on, unless it says otherwise in the pattern. To keep the same stitch combo and the same texture going, you're going to want to work into whichever loop that next one is. So let's do another decrease. Let me show you what I mean. All right, so say I need to decrease 3 together. So I yarn over, insert my hook in the back loop only, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2. Now I'm ready to do my next one. So I'm going to go in the front loop only, yarn over, insert hook, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, 3 loops on my hook. Now I want to do another decrease, a third one, decrease over 3. So I'm going to do it in the back loop only, pull up a loop, pull through 2, 4 loops on my hook, pull through all 4. So I've done my decrease, and now I am on the front loop only. So you can see from the previous row that I'm on the front loop only. So I'm going to work into my front loop and then my back loop for the next one, and just continue on with the same pattern that I have been doing before I decreased. So I'm ending with the back loop only and then working in both loops for that last stitch. So that is how you do decreases with this stitch combo. As you can see, it's really fairly simple and it creates a really nice texture. I really love it. I hope you'll check out my other Edgewater patterns. I have a bunch. If you have any questions, just let me know in the comments. I hope you'll give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much for watching, and have a wonderful day.